No one better for today's daily dose than Gene Principe as we all get set for puck drop between the Oilers and Jets. And Gene, we heard Dave Tippett say that pressure is a privilege and that they really want to embrace it, but do they have any other choice?
Well, Danielle, I thought it was a great quote. For all the quotes that we've heard, over and over again over the years, that one was really interesting because if you're on a team that does not have any pressure, that means you're out of it. You're just sort of playing to run out the string. But if you're on a team and you're an individual on that team and you've got pressure, that means that something important is possible. Something important could happen, and now it's up to the Oilers to be able to handle that privilege of having that pressure to see how they open things up and kick things off in the opening round against the Winnipeg Jets.
Goaltending is always the name of the game, but I find this matchup incredibly interesting. Gene, convince me why 39-year-old Mike Smith is an ageless wonder and he can keep up with Connor Hellebuyck.
Well, I think the numbers would convince you. I mean, first of all, Mike has been perfect against the Winnipeg Jets this season at 4-0, and Hellebuyck, who was Vezina Trophy winner last season, or the season before, the one we just finished. His numbers are actually quite good against everybody else in the Canadian division, except for Edmonton. And the problem for Winnipeg is that they open up against Edmonton. I would say this. I don't think Connor Hellebuyck's going to be as bad as his numbers suggest as he was against Edmonton during the regular season. I just think he's too fiery. And to me, Danielle, Hellebuyck is kind of a not a mini-me, but a younger version of Mike Smith. He's fiery, he's passionate, he speaks his mind. He sometimes can be unorthodox in his style. And so really, he's 12 years younger, but to me, he's kind of like Mike Smith. As for Mike Smith, he doesn't like talking about his age, so I stopped asking him because it's kind of like, don't push that button. But he's phenomenal. He's had an incredible year, and he's their number one by far. Last year when the Oilers were in the qualifying round, is it Koskinen? Is it Smith? It's clearly Mike Smith over Mikko Koskinen at this point.
What I thought was really cool too, Gene, was that he said, I didn't think I was maybe prepared for these types of moments when I was younger. I didn't handle them as well, but now I feel like I kind of have a lot more behind me to embrace this type of situation. Now, Gene, one other thing I got to get to is I saw you post a video that it's snowing in Edmonton. Yeah. Good omen or bad omen for the Oilers?
You know what? I think it's a good omen because for everything that's gone on in the world and, all the craziness and still going through the pandemic, and it was supposed to be 82 games. We should be, 5 weeks into the playoffs, 6 weeks in. But I think the hockey gods are saying, hey, we know it's playoff time. And so that's why it's going to snow. And there's quite a bit of it on the ground today. So it's a great omen, I think, for all of hockey and playoffs. And I will say this, you definitely can't call it, or maybe you can call it, flake news.
Wow, Gene, thanks for getting one in. It wouldn't have been the same without it. Thanks for chatting, Gene.
Thanks, Danielle. Take care.